Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well.
There you go, team. As Jason said in the intro there, you know, it was all about the 6-star team. Some good podcasts in there as well. But that's right, it's not Jason today. For those that haven't met me before or haven't seen me around here on Wealth Coffee Chats, my name is Cash Shosted, representing the property management team here today, and always every Wednesday. Part of the 6-star group here at Positive and R&W, which is great. So welcome again for another Wednesday Wealth Coffee Chat, property management style. Grab a coffee. James says, morning, Jason, but then says, oh, sorry, no, all good, James. All good. Jason will be back tomorrow, I think, back tomorrow on a Thursday. So, team, for those that have been hanging around here on a Wednesday morning, we do a thing called Keep You Safe and Make You Wealthy. It's a bit of a concept and strategy that we've got going on here at the 6-star team. Luke says, good morning. Good morning to you, Luke, as well. Good to see Catalina on the move, mate. We might have a chat about that later, but awesome work there, and great to have you guys here. So Kevin's here as well from Florida, so good to see you as well, Kevin. Team, today I've got a couple of stories to share, and for those that know me now on a Wednesday morning, I like to try and share some insights, some success stories, some maybe some not so successful stories and situations and experiences. And it's been really good to come here on a Wednesday morning and share that with you, unpack that together, because I feel like there's always at least one key takeaway we can all post Wealth Coffee Chat takeaway and implement into our portfolios. And the overarching goal here, team, is about, partnering with good property management groups that can help you hold property for a very long time, 5, 10, 15 plus years. It's all about keeping you safe and making you wealthy. And obviously over the past few weeks, we've been talking about keep you safe, and we're talking dollars and cents, and potentially how to, review your property manager, if not how to interview one. And a couple of stories came up this week. Coincidence or not, I don't know, but very similar stories, and I thought I'd share them. At the moment, I guess the question I have for you guys today is, does anyone here online actually manage their property themselves? Or do you have a professional property manager looking after your investments? So I'd like to just throw that out there to start the conversation today. And then I want to take you guys through a couple of these stories and maybe how the investors like yourselves, the smart ones, can sort of avoid this situation. So team, let me know in the chat, do you look after your own property, or do you have a professional property manager looking after that on your behalf? But good morning to you, Jeff. Good to see you. Thanks for coming along. I know Jeff, we look after Jeff's property, so I can answer that one for him for sure. But team, the question this morning is, obviously vacancy rates have dropped Again, population's rising, right? Should I self-manage or hire a professional property manager? Why do I ask that question? Well, is the market going that well that you don't need a property manager? Maybe, maybe not, right? I'm going to share 2 clear examples today, maybe why you might need one. So, I'm not sure if you guys are aware or have seen this, but stats from SQM Research last month of April, showed 3,000, that's right, 3,000 less properties available for rent in April 2024 compared to April 2023, right? So that in turn has lowered the vacancy rate from about 1.2 towards that 1% mark across the country, which is interesting conversation. However, today I want to sort of unpack, because I had a couple of clients go, well, maybe I don't need a property manager. Maybe, I'll just put my property online. There's digital platforms available to me. The market's super easy. I'll just open the door and people will come and we'll get applications and rents will go up. And look, you know what? You may be right. You may be right. However, I was reading an article yesterday actually from REB, so Real Estate Business document or published version there. And the article was alarming in itself. It was talking about an increase in rental scams and some warning, I suppose, to prospective tenants out there on where they source, a potential rental property from. Again, I thought to myself, right, we'll keep reading this one. What's this one going to be about? And what this article highlighted to me was exactly why I, even as a property manager, don't even manage my own property, right? We have a really good team member that does that on my behalf. But in this marketplace, there are properties team becoming available or being listed, fake adverts, right? Fake adverts, to be very clear. And they're going on places like Facebook Marketplace and all these other sort of spots, right? Not the traditional means of where you look to market your property. And the result and the outcome that's happening is, it might be advertised with rents that are lower. So there's a misalignment with rents, using old agent photography and things like that we've been speaking about, paying deposits before you inspect the property. It's just madness, right? Sounds a bit ludicrous. Sounds crazy. That's exactly what it is, right? And only recently, I had a team member in New Zealand actually say they were on Marketplace and found a rental listing that was actually one of our listings, and there was a bit of confusion there, right? And when we reached out, we obviously quickly realized this wasn't appropriate. This wasn't the right traditional way of listing and renting your property out. Anyway, so there's tenants out there who are very wary, team, of communicating with landlords, agents, and things like that. Obviously, on this podcast and this channel, we've been talking about how to maximize your rent through the right means, right? Realestate.com, domain, databases, things like that, right? So just here to drive home that message, team, because what's happened, I'll remove that caption off my screen for you, team. If you are self-managing and you're advertising through means like Facebook and things like that, knowing that this stuff is happening, knowing that prospective tenants are getting this warning and getting education around what to do and where to look and what not to do or where not to be, do we think if you're self-managing your own property, will you be able to maximize your rents? Right? Will you be able to find the best quality tenant? Because here we've been talking about keeping you safe and making you wealthy, right? Get really good strategies in place, attract really good quality tenants who are going to look after you and the rent, and then obviously the ongoing management from there. But what I have found is that this is not an experience that's happening when people are self-managing their property. Right. I know someone down in Victoria, and I was just chatting to a team member this morning about it, where they self-manage their property, and that's cool. No drama there. And they approved 2 guys on a week-to-week basis, no lease, no nothing. And, second, third week comes along, rent stops, right? Rent stops. All of a sudden, there's an issue, right? A money issue. Then it progresses to complaints, right? There's whether it's behavior, noise, all sorts of activity in that space. And, when you contact the police and you go down those means, there's not much help there, right? Quick Google search showed that there's actually a bit of criminal activity and some bigger things to unpack here with this particular tenancy. Huge issue, right? Huge issue. And I sometimes wonder what is the cost of not hiring a pro, right? Not hiring a really good property manager. Why self-manage? You guys tell me in the chat, right? Because my experience is when you self-manage your property, there's a couple things that happen. One, stress, cause yourself stress. And the point 2 and 3 is just time and money, team. Time and money, right? So I'm going to try to share my screen real quickly and take you through the cost if this decides to work. Maybe it doesn't want to work for me today. That's not a good start, is it? Let's do something here. Bear with me, team, as we try and get this up and running. All right. No, that still doesn't want to work. Oh, it's a bit unfortunate. Oh, no, there we go. There we go, team. It's working. It's working. All right. Thanks for your patience, team, as I as I continue to learn this stuff. But what is the cost, right? What is the cost of, hopefully you guys can see that. Drop in the chat if it's not working. Cost of a property manager. What is that, team? Let me know in the chat. What is the actual cost of a property manager? You can tell me in a week, because it's right, because then we're going to look at cost without one. Right, 2 clear things here, team. I'll let you guys know the cost of a really good property manager. And we talked about management fees and things like that last week, but it's about $50 a week. Right, you guys have gone out, you bought really nice assets, part of your investment portfolio, right? $50 a week on average, right? Give or take, depending on rents and fees and things like that. But in this case, those 2 quick examples I showed you, right, where we're not maximizing rent, we're advertising the wrong strategy, right? We're advertising the wrong portals. We are not attracting the best quality tenant in that marketplace at that given time, right? And as we sort of highlighted from the start this morning, there's 3,000 less properties today than there was 12 months ago, right? So vacancies rates are dropping. Still decent amount of people out there in the marketplace looking for rental homes. There's super amount of stories around that. Now, the cost without one, team, could be anything, right? In this case, Victoria, the example I just showed you, with the rent at about sort of $500 a week for easy math, right? That's not coming in the door this week, that's for sure. And I dare say, given it's week 2, week 3, I dare say that might go on for here we go. That might go on for another 1-2 weeks, right, team? This might just keep going. Maybe there's no solution in place. When you're self-managing, you're on your own. You don't have the tools and resources maybe at your disposal, right? Given the feedback on the tenant's behavior and things like that, and what's happening, the activity that's happening at that property, what is going to be the cost for damages, for cleaning, things like that? In my experience, that could be $5,000, could be $10,000. And I think about a month ago, I shared an example with you where it was $18,000. When we're talking $50 a week for a professional, $2,500 a year, team, that's tax deductible. I mean, $18,000 is not the way we want to go. So the point I want to make this morning, when you're self-managing, is be really careful, right? We want to be super, super careful. So there's three takeaways today. 3 takeaways, team. Number 1, as in the intro, right, team. Obviously, we talk about 6-star team. We jump on here every Wednesday to talk about keep you safe and make you wealthy. You need a really good team on your books to make sure you are safe. We want to not cut those corners, obviously, because it's a detriment to your revenue, which we don't want. Number 2, team, set strategy. Right. We've been talking about it here for a little while now, but have a really good strategy around your leasing campaign. Understand how you're going to market and advertise the property. Understand your tenant profile and demographic, where, who, what, how you're going to go find them. You need to understand that, what does that ongoing management look like for you? How do you keep safe through that management and tenancy process? And number 3, again, we spoke about this maybe a fortnight ago, which you guys are all smart enough to have, landlord's insurance team. 3 key points I want to make this morning because of those experiences and those stories that I just shared with you that has come up in the last 7 days, which was a little mind-blowing for me when I sort of read that. So, team, with that said, let me move that, put that back up on the screen. Sorry, a bit clunky with the tech this morning, team. I need a bit more practice, but it's a bit cold here in Brisbane, so got the coffee ready and the hoodie on. But team, look, that's it this morning. I wanted to make it very clear, on should I self-manage a property? If you are, feel free to reach out. We certainly should have a chat about it because there's certainly some hidden things that I would love to keep exploring and unpacking with you before you make that decision. Otherwise, simple message: get a professional, get someone on your 6-star team who can help you hold property for a really long time, make your life a lot easier. What I have found is when clients, when investors don't go down that path, what ends up happening is too many problems, too much stress, a lot of time lost, a lot of money at stake as well, team, with this investment. They end up giving up, they sell, and that's not what you guys do. It's not what any of us set out to achieve, I believe. So, team, focus on the bigger picture. Right, focus on the bigger picture. Get the 6-star team. Go the distance, as Jason says. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Elevate your investment strategy with your property management team. Super important, super critical. Hold for a really long time, team. Here to make it happen with you. Like we say, show me your property manager, and I'll show you your future. That's it, team, for Wednesday property management chats. Is there any other topics you guys want to know? Please. Feel free to email that through. They're on this. My email's on the screen. Would love to know any sort of challenges or experiences that you come up with and you maybe haven't found a solution yet. Would love to unpack that with you on a Wednesday morning. As always, that's it from me this morning, team. Tomorrow, Jason will be back, I think, Thursday. Yes, he will be. Jason will be back tomorrow for another Wealth Coffee Chat, team. That's it. Done and dusted. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy your day, team. Catch you later.
Episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-star team here at positivementor.com.au.